Hey guys, this is Naveen here. Welcome back to Naveen Automation Labs. In this video, we are going to talk about that shall we automate Captcha or not? What do you mean by Captcha? Different types of Captcha and how exactly Captcha works. So, full form of Captcha is completely automated public Turing test to tell computers and the humans apart. People might ask you at a time of interview also that tell me the definition and the full form of Captcha. So CAPTCHA is used to differentiate between real users and the automated users, or you can say bots. You must have heard about bots, right? That automatically on your WhatsApp, on your Telegram messages, the bots messages are coming, or some random messages are coming from the bots or from the machines. So what is the purpose of the CAPTCHA? So purpose of the CAPTCHA, for example, let's say there is one poll is happening, and CAPTCHA can prevent the poll skewing by ensuring that each vote is entered by a human, not by others. So I'm talking about, let's see, if this is the CAPTCHA image, and then this is the simple form of ReCaptcha that we have to fill. And let's see, this is some polling mechanism or some polling form that we have to fill it over here. Then in that case, it says that, okay, are you sure you are not a robot? And then you have to confirm that, okay, I'm not a robot. And then you have to click on submit. If it is a robot, then robot cannot click on it or any bot cannot click on it. In that case, the maintenance poll accuracy, we can get it over here. For example, let's see, there is a registration form. For example, this is a registration form, and then I have to click on submit. So to prevent unnecessary user registrations, I can provide another reCAPTCHA over here like this. The moment I click on it, it will ask me that, okay, hey, select all the images with the traffic lights. So that obviously bot or any computer or any machine will not be able to understand what do you mean by traffic light here. And then the registration will not happen for the spammers and for the bots. So that's why to differentiate between the spammers, bots, and the real-time users, to prevent that unnecessary user creation, unnecessary user registrations, we provide the CAPTCHA over there. Prevent ticket inflation, prevent a false comment also. Let's see, there is a blog that you have written, or there is a YouTube video, or any kind of video that you have written. If you have given the CAPTCHA before submitting any uh, comment on that particular post or in that particular blog, or any board or any contact forms are there, or any sites are there, in that case, unnecessary spamming we can prevent with the help of CAPTCHA. How does CAPTCHA work? So there are different types of CAPTCHA is actually introduced by providing some user interpretation. For example, let's see, this is a kind of CAPTCHA. When I click on it, it's saying select all the images with the traffic lights. There is some simple CAPTCHA image also that you can simply click on it and it's saying, okay, yeah, selected. There are other types of CAPTCHA also. We will talk about audio-based CAPTCHA images, video-based CAPTCHA images, some mathematical calculation. It will ask you like 2 plus 2 is equal to 4 or something like this. What is the drawback of using CAPTCHA? Drawback means it could be frustrating or disruptive for the users, maybe difficult to understand for or use for some audiences, that what exactly it is, why it's showing this particular message like this. Sometimes we can see that when you click on it, traffic light is not there, but is still not accepting it. Then in that case, it could be a frustrating experience for the user. Some CAPTCHA types do not support all the browsers. This CAPTCHA is available on Chrome, but it's not available on Safari, or maybe it's not working properly on the Firefox. Some CAPTCHA types are not accessible to users who view a website using screen readers and assistive devices, especially for the, let's say, accessibility testing point of view for the disabled people who are not able to read the CAPTCHA because they are blind and they cannot see the proper CAPTCHA properly or completely. Then in that case, using screen readers or assistive devices also not helping them to read the CAPTCHA or handle the CAPTCHA. So these are the drawbacks of CAPTCHA. Some examples: text-based CAPTCHA. These are very common. So there are three types of CAPTCHA, you can say: text-based, image-based, and the audio-based. These are text-based CAPTCHA images where you must see that, okay, in the strip, it will give you some random numbers or letters or special characters are there, and then you have to fill it. So these are called text-based based CAPTCHA patterns. Then techniques generally used. This is also something interesting to know. GIMP, Easy GIMP, GIMP R, and SIM card HIP. GIMP means chooses an arbitrary number of words from 850 word dictionary and provides those words in the distorted fashion. So there are 850 word dictionary is there, and then it will just pick any random word, and then it will distort and shuffle the letters and everything and the characters and everything, and then it will produce this particular CAPTCHA like this, the text-based CAPTCHA like this. Easy Gimpy is another variation of Gimpy that uses only and only words. So you can say that, okay, this one is a part of Easy Gimpy. Okay. Gimpy R select random letters, then distorts and adds background noise to characters. For example, background noise is like this. You can see that in the background, some black and white dots are coming. Here, some wires are coming, some black and white, or some colored lines are coming like this, or some graphs are coming like that over here. Table and row, column lines are here. So it will distort it, right? Smart HIP means select random letters and numbers and distort characters with arc and colors like this, for example, like that. So these are the techniques to provide the or creating the text-based captcha like this. Another example that we have already seen, the captcha image. This is, you just need to click on it and then it will ask you that, okay, select the traffic light or select the image below that matches this with this cat like this. That also we can do it. So this is what image-based captcha. Example of image-based captcha is like that. Another one is the audio captcha. Audio captcha were developed as an alternative that grants accessibility to visually impaired users. Okay, the people who are not able to visualize the captcha properly, then we can just click on it and they will listen something, and then some audio clip will be there, and then will enter the captcha values or captcha numbers, or text will be there, and then they will enter it. So this is like audio captcha. Math or word problems, you must have seen that, okay, simple basic mathematical calculation like what is the result of 3 plus 4, 18 minus 3, something like this. So that is what math or word problems based captcha. Social media sign in, also sometimes you will see that you have to captcha is required to sign in using social media profile like Facebook, Google, or LinkedIn. Some authorization servers that you have to go through it, and then only you can log in via social media account. Then we have the no captcha means ReCaptcha. What is ReCaptcha? ReCaptcha is again the technology. This is type of captcha known by its use by Google, is much easier for users than most other types. It provides a checkbox saying I'm not a robot. Exactly same thing. This is what a ReCaptcha. Here you can see also this is a ReCaptcha here. This is developed by Google, and then saying that, okay, I'm not a robot. You have to click on that particular checkbox, and then that's all. It works by tracking user movements and identifying if the click and other user activity on the page resembles human activity or a bot. If it feels that, okay, no, this click is done by, let's see, for example, this is again a ReCaptcha. If it feels that, okay, no, this click is happening by some bot or something, then it will give you this particular image also. So that's what it's written over here, that it works by tracking user movements and identifying if the click and other user activity on the page resembles human activity or a bot. If the test fails, if it says, okay, no, it's not a user, then ReCaptcha provides a traditional image selection captcha. But in most of the cases, the checkbox test suffices to validate the user. So for example, let's see, in this case, that's what I give you this example also, that is not able to identify that I'm the real user or not, then it will give you that, okay, no, you have to select the images with all the stairs. For example, this is also one, this is also one, this is also right one. And then when I click on verify, then it's saying, okay, yeah, I'm not a robot or bot here, right? So these are the purposes of the captcha. So can we automate captcha? What is the advantage of captcha? So main purpose of the captcha images are, or captcha text is to prevent automation, to prevent bots, to prevent automated users, or to prevent unnecessary user registrations or unnecessary comments or unnecessary poll comments. So to prevent those things, we provide the captcha. For example, let's see, for this application, if I try to automate this with any tool like Selenium, Playwright, Cypress, or anything, then in that case, it will be a problem that if the captcha is not there, I can just submit any random values through automation. I can provide 1,000 rows in my Excel sheet, and then I can do a data-driven approach and then parameterize my test cases, and back to back, I can just dump this particular user registration form with the 1,000 of users, and then 1,000 entries will be created in my database or in the Orange HRM database. So to prevent those activities, this is a check is available. This is ReCaptcha, or captcha images are provided. So what happens when I try to automate with captcha? Shall I automate or not? If someone is asking you at the time of interview, never do that. If you are able to automate, then it's a violation of or it's a bug of the captcha. It's a violation of the ReCaptcha or captcha images. I should not automate that, and I cannot automate that. If you are able to automate it, you have to raise a concern, or you have to raise a bug for your application or for that particular application. That's the main purpose. That's a basic purpose of the reCAPTCHA images. Okay. Now let's do one thing. Let's try to automate one basic scenario. I'm just using, let's see, Firefox driver and then launching this application, Orange HRM application. And here, this most of the time you will see that, okay, this reCAPTCHA image is actually available inside the iframe to provide more, to prevent more DDoS attack or to provide unnecessary sniffing. So they deliberately provided in the form of iframe. So here you can see that, okay, I'm just going to, let's see, inspect this particular check. And then you will see that is actually available inside the iframe, where you can see iframe title equal to reCAPTCHA. And inside this iframe, the checkbox is available. So let's do one thing. I'm just coming inside this particular iframe. Here you can see I'm using switching to the iframe by using XPath, waiting for 5 seconds. Let's see. And then I want to click on this particular checkbox. Okay. Where div class equal to reCAPTCHA checkbox border. This is a class that I'm going to use. So I'm using with by.css selector and then dot click. So let's see with this approach, am I able to automate or not with Selenium or not? Let's see. So you can see the Firefox is being launched, and let me just slightly scroll down. Okay, so let's see, it clicked on it, but when I try to click on submit manually, then it's saying, okay, let me fill the form over here. Let's see, testing something here, and I'm writing testing, and then I'm writing test@gmail.com, or let's see, test123gmail.com. Phone number, some letters I'm writing, country, let's see, I'm selecting India, and then submitting the form. When I submit the form, see, it absolutely good to go. It means I actually was able to crack this particular CAPTCHA, but is it a good way? No. It means a problem with the Orange HRM, problem with this particular reCAPTCHA. I was able to automate with automation, right? So it means I'm able to do that. I'm able to click on checkbox and it's absolutely working fine. But is it a regular scenario? What if I run it again? Will this work? Let's try it again. So I'm going to run it again. Okay, so in the first attempt, we were able to automate CAPTCHA, but let's see in the second attempt what happens. Let's wait for 5 seconds. Now again, in the second attempt, it's able to, okay, absolutely working fine. It means this CAPTCHA I'm able to automate. Although this is reCAPTCHA, this is provided by Google, but still I'm able to automate. So I'll do one thing. I'll try to fill this entire form and then select this checkbox and click on submit. That also, so I'm already having this particular script with me over here that let me just copy this. And once before moving to the iframe, I'll fill this particular form. I'll enter all the values over here. Let's see, Naveen, TT auto, and then subdomain and all these fields I fill. Country name is India, and switch to that iframe. Wait for 5 seconds and then reCAPTCHA, click on it. And then after that, again, I'm clicking on the submit button. So we have to come out of this particular iframe here and waiting for 5 seconds, and then we will try to fill the form. Let's see, is it really filling the form? It means, are we able to crack reCAPTCHA or not? So let's run it again. Okay, so again, Firefox is working, and then we will try multiple combinations on other browsers also. Okay, so let's, here, you can see it's filling the form. You can see all the forms are available, values are available, selecting the checkbox, and then coming out of the frame. And let's see, it's clicking on submit button or not. Yes. So don't you think it's a bug for the reCAPTCHA? Yes, it's absolutely bug. And then see, I'm able to do the registration. It's saying, thank you for signing up for the Orange HRM application. So this is absolutely working. I'm able to crack CAPTCHA, although it should not do that. It's not problem with the Selenium. It's problem with the reCAPTCHA actually over there. It means this is my automated code. It's like a bot for me. And then I'm able to automate that. But I'll do one thing. I'll try with other browser. Let's see on Chrome driver what happens. Exactly same behavior is happening on the Chrome driver or not. So let's use Chrome driver here and let's see what happens. So again, I'm going to run it. This time, let's see. So I really want to check that this is working for all the browsers or this is the consistent behavior or not. Okay, although it's taking Naveen TT Auto is already available. Let's do one thing. See, this time on Chrome browser, it's not working here. Why? Now this time it got to know on browser. Yes, it's okay. It's saying that, okay, yeah, you have to select a fire hydrant. or through Selenium, I cannot do this now. This is blocking me. Now I cannot submit this particular form. So that's why I mentioned earlier also that it depends on the browser to browser that, okay, on which browser that you're using. Maybe after some time on Firefox also, it will start giving you the same error. So let's try with the Firefox once again. So I'm writing Firefox driver once again over here. Exactly same code, no change, only Firefox I'm launching, and let's see what happens. Okay. So let it be, the domain name is same, that's fine, but we just need to check, are we able to select this checkbox or not? See now, and on Firefox also again. So this is what? This is a kind of bug that it's saying that this, and although failed to validate the reCAPTCHA, it's giving a message over here after some time. But if I'm clicking on the submit button, it would have registered that particular user, or it would have submitted this particular form, and the user is already created. So this is not 100% accurate that reCAPTCHA will always work through automation. See, in this case, it's sometimes if you run it 10 times, maybe 2 or 3 times it might work, but 7 or 8 times it might not work, or it might give you the images sections over there. So the question here is that what if reCAPTCHA I'm not able to automate? So what should I do in that case? See, in that case, what we have to do here is, guys, whenever you see any kind of captcha thing, you cannot automate, and you should not automate that. You just try that if you're able to automate, and then you have to raise a concern, you have to raise a bug. Okay. Second thing is, if you are not able to automate, okay, then you have to check with your development team, can we disable the captcha on the lower environment, on the QA or stage or test environment or the dev environment, so that I can easily successfully create a user, or I can test, or I can automate this particular application through the automation scenarios or through the automation test. I can do it, right, by disabling this, but not on production, but on the lower environment. I can always raise a concern that it's actually blocking the automation. It's always giving you the image based section over there. So I'm not able to automate that. So you can raise a concern over there as well. And then you can just remove this captcha from the, or you can disable the captcha on the lower environment, on the QA or stage environment. That also we can do it. Second thing, in the lower environment, you can say that, okay, yeah, can you give me always one standard text-based captcha where always is returned, let's say 2246, so that I can always enter 2246. That is also in the lower environment. So we can always fix that particular captcha. Okay, always show this 2246 image or something like this, and then you try to do that. But it's a very rare case. Better you disable the captcha in the lower environment, and then you can just fulfill your automation test cases if you really want to automate that. If development says that, okay, no, or development team says that, okay, no, we should not disable it and we cannot disable it, then we should not automate these kind of use cases. Not at all a good candidate for the automation. Don't try to automate that. Although there are some technologies which they claim that, okay, yeah, in the machine learning, with the help of machine learning programs or machine learning patterns, we can automate that, but still there is no guarantee that, okay, those things will work or not, and we should not automate that. Second thing is that for these kind of capture, because ultimately it's a kind of image, so I can, every time when you refresh the page or every time you launch the page through automation, a new number will be displayed over here. Here you can see that if you're using a gimpy technology or gimpy technique, in that case 850 word dictionaries are there, and those words in the distorted fashion. For example, like this EPSLO vector, next time it will be a different name or different spelling or different string or different text over there. So I cannot decide, okay, it will always be having let's see, these 10 images or these 10 texts always. No, there are so many combinations with 850. Every time it will give you a new text or new number over there. So we should not automate such things. So better you just try to disable these kind of images also in the lower environment if you really want to automate that. Or you can ask your development team that, can you please fix only one image in the lower environment, which will always give you something 263s2v, so that we can enter the value and then we will proceed further, so that it is not blocking our automation. So it's good that, okay, it's blocking our automation. It's good that, okay, this is a very good, it's actually a right positive scenario. This is the expectation from the captcha. It should not allow me to do automation here. But if you can try, if you are having these kind of captcha images, something like this, and then you try to automate that just like we did, And then you have to raise a concern that, okay, hey, through automation, I'm able to do it. But never do automation for in your regular scenarios, in your regular regression, because it's a problem with the reCAPTCha in that case. And then it is not a good candidate for the automation point of view. I hope it's clear. So what you guys can do, you can just try with this also. Here also you can see this is reCAPTCha. This reCAPTCha image is also available in the iframe, and the same checkbox is available inside the iframe. So here also exactly same locator you will find. This is actually a component provided by Google. Here you can see same div class equal to reCAPTCha checkbox border. Here also you can see reCAPTCha checkbox border available inside the iframe. Same iframe title equal to reCAPTCha. Source is coming from google.com reCAPTCha API 2. Same thing here also. You can check that, okay, this is also div available. This iframe is actually coming from title equal to reCAPTCha, coming from this source, google.com reCAPTCha API 2 anchor. Okay, so this is actually a technology or technique developed by Google. This technique is also called ReCAPTCha over here. I hope this topic is clear, and I hope that people were asking about, can we automate CAPTCHA? Can we automate reCAPTCHA? This concept is clear now. So that's all for this. Please share this video with others who are looking for confused with the CAPTCHA automation or what do you mean by CAPTCHA. Let me know what's your observation about the CAPTCHA in the comment section. I'll see you in the next video. Till then, take care and God bless you guys.